In the top stories, NRP holds 2025 convention, honors past heroes, focuses on future growth. Jamaican community searching for missing 12-year-old Manchester High student, and French Prime Minister Lecornu resigns after less than a month in office, deepening political crisis. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Monday, the 6th of October, and I am Jasmine Thomas. The Nevis Reformation Party, NRP, held its 2025 convention on Sunday, 5th October, at the Nevis Reforming Arts Center. Dr. Andrea Busso, a longtime educator and former educator officer in Nevis, was the featured speaker.
We are living in a time that demands unity, not uniformity, but unity. The issues we face affect all Nevisians, not just NRP, not just members of one party. So I am calling for a paradigm shift, a shift in your thinking, a shift towards embracing every citizen who seeks safety, dignity, and a future worth fighting for.
In her address, Dr. Busso highlighted the convention's theme, Securing Our Present, Building Our Future, NRP Stronger Together.
I learned that when you plant a fruit tree, you do so not just for yourself, but for generations to come. Leadership must be rooted in that same principle. When we secure the present, we must also sow seeds for the future, not just for our families, but for the nation. That is the spirit of our theme, securing our present, building our future, and I say NRP and Nevisians stronger than ever.
NRP leader, the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, also addressed party delegates and supporters.
Because when we say change must come because we cannot continue the way that we are going now. We cannot continue with the needless struggles, the embarrassing disrespect, and needless victimization. We cannot continue with the corruption and bad governance and the deception that we see. We cannot continue like this. And that is why we say change must come. We must restore hope to our people. We must give our youth a reason to believe, because for us and for them, our tomorrow must be greater than it is today.
The convention also featured a special presentation of posthumous awards to individuals who made significant contributions to the growth and development of the party. Honorees included William Griffin, whose award was accepted by his wife, Margaret Griffin, and presented by J.D. Keynes. Walter Morton, whose daughter, Derez Morton, accepted the award, presented by nurse Patricia Patsy Hanley. Meredith Hendrickson, whose son Tyrone Hendrickson accepted the award from Zenrick Hanley, and Belinda Griffin, whose relative Dr. Andrea Busso accepted the award presented by the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge, and Yoletta Seabrooks, whose brother Charlie Seabrooks accepted the award presented by Rohan Isles. The convention, chaired by party chairman Carlisle Powell, included greetings from NRP supporters in the diaspora, as well as from the party's candidates. Among those in attendance were former Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Joseph Parry, Elquimida Willett, the first Leeward Islander to play for the West Indies, and representatives from the People's Action Movement and the People's Labour Party. Delegates attending the 19th Caribbean Week of Agriculture have praised St. Kitts and Nevis for its leadership in innovation and sustainability following an impressive tour of the island's agricultural sector. The 869 Farm Tour Experience, held on the 28th of September, took regional and international visitors on a journey across several key farming sites, showcasing the country's commitment to food security, climate resilience, and community development. Their first stop was Gideon Force Organic Farm, located in the foothills of Wingfield Mountain. Their delegates saw firsthand how organic techniques like plastic mulching, intercropping, and natural weed control are being used to boost productivity while protecting the environment. Participants then visited the Bayford's Lairs chicken breeder farm and hatchery, a modern facility supported by the Taiwan Technical Mission. The hatchery highlighted St. Kitts' investment in advanced poultry production and to reduce import reliance and build local capacity. Another highlight was a visit to Green Thumb Farm, run by one of the island's award-winning farmers. Delegates observed how diversified farming and smart land use are helping farmers adapt to shifting weather patterns and long-term climate impacts. The tour wrapped up with a stop at Arthur's Restaurant in Dieppe Bay, where guests enjoyed dishes made with locally sourced ingredients. The day concluded with a cultural visit to the historic Brimstone Hill Fortress, offering a blend of history, heritage, and scenic views. The farm tour was part of this year's Caribbean Week of Agriculture theme, Sowing Change, Harvesting Resilience, Transforming Our Caribbean Food Systems for 2025 and beyond. For delegates, it wasn't just an educational experience, it was an inspiring look at how a small island is making big strides in sustainable agriculture and regional food security. In regional news, the small community of Wales, Manchester, Jamaica, is in shock following the disappearance of 12-year-old Jaden Thompson, a first-form student at Manchester High School. Known for his quiet nature, helpful demeanor, and academic promise, Jaden was last seen at Little Caesars restaurant in Mandeville last Friday. His guardians, Omar and Anne-Marie Thompson, who have raised Jaden since he was 6, are pleading for his safe return. According to CCTV footage and eyewitness accounts, Jaden entered the restaurant, purchased food, and lingered briefly before giving his umbrella to a friend. He reportedly mentioned waiting for a cousin, though the relative was not at school that day and unaware of any plans. Later, he was allegedly seen walking with another student and an unidentified woman near Master Max supermarket. There have been no confirmed sightings since. The Thompsons also revealed that the day before his disappearance, Jaden had been involved in an accident at home when a 2-year-old cousin fell and broke a hip while playing. When Jaden failed to return home Friday evening, the Thompsons grew increasingly worried. Their repeated calls to his phone went unanswered, and his room was found dark and untouched, with his school bag and uniform missing. The family filed a missing person report, but expressed frustration over the way they described as a slow response from some members of the Mandeville police force, forcing them to check locations themselves following false leads. And now for a look at news on the international scene. Under fire from all sides, France's new Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu resigned less than 24 hours after naming his government and after less than a month in office, plunging the country into a deep political crisis. The French presidency said in a statement Monday that President Emmanuel Macron has accepted his resignation. Lecornu had replaced his predecessor François Bayrou to become France's 4th prime minister in barely a year. In his resignation speech, Lecornu blamed political egos and accused opposition parties of being unwilling to compromise. It would take little for it to work, Lecornu told the reporters in Paris hours before his first cabinet meeting on Monday afternoon. By being more selfless for many, by knowing how to show humility, one must always put one's country before one's party. Macron's opponents immediately tried to capitalize on the shocking resignation, with the far-right national rally calling on him to either call for new snap elections or resign. And now for the weather. Present weather across St. Kitts and Nevis is cloudy skies. Winds are a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour from the east-northeast. Seas are 1.8 to 2.4 meters, or 6 to 8 feet, with northerly swells of 2.1 meters or 7 feet, which will be gradually subsiding into tonight. A high surf advisory remains in effect. For the rest of today, mostly cloudy with a 70% or high chance of showers and a 40% or moderate chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Sunset this evening is set to be at approximately 5 minutes before 6, and the sunrise tomorrow in the morning is set for 6:02. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.